Alright, so you should be filling in these marginal utilities per dollar right now. Okay, that's what you need to be doing. So again, 15 divided by 4. So if you're a little hesitant here, I'll do the first one with you here. So now we know the marginal utility for the second cookie was 10. We're going to divide that by 4. Okay, and we're going to get, oh, whoops, sorry, I don't know what happened there. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Oops, my num line is not. That's why. There we go. Equals, anybody? 2.5? Somebody should double check me. Alright. And then if you go down here, you go 6 divided by 4. Going to equal 1.5? 1.5? Yeah. Okay. So again, take a second if you needed a little extra help here. Hopefully that's getting you in the right rhythm here. Try the other side. Okay. I will pause it and I will wait for you. Okay, so now you have all your marginal utilities per dollar. So you know which units provide you with the biggest bang for your buck here. And you have to be able to do this in order to figure out how to spend your dollars most wisely. Now, remember, you've got $20. Sodas cost $2, cookies cost $4. Before I show you this, I don't want to say that in every example I've ever seen, but in most examples that I've seen, they will have you on the AP test exhaust your full 20. So if you find that your full 20 cannot be exhausted with the answer that you come up with, that's going to be a red flag to you, and maybe double check. I'm not saying it couldn't be possible that they might throw a wrench at you like that, but it's something definitely that should be a red flag to you. We should spend our full 20. All right. Now let's see here. So we want to get the most bang for our buck. So the thing that's going to tell us the bang for our buck is our marginal utility per dollar. So where do we get the biggest marginal utility per dollar? Well, it's this 6, right? And you have to compare the first unit to the first unit here. So because we haven't purchased anything yet, so it's got to be either we got to decide: are we going to buy the first cookie? We're going to buy the first soda. Well, we get for $1 we can get 6 units of utility here for that first one. So that's better. So we're going to buy that. So the way I do it, circle it. All right, just like that. That's a horrible circle, but you understand my problems here. I'm going to change to red actually so you can see a little better. And how much did I just spend? I spent $2. And so the game is, that's a horrible 2. The game is to keep track of your money. We're going to add up to $20. All right. So now my next choice is, am I going to buy the first cookie or am I going to buy another soda? All right. Am I going to buy the second soda? Well, the second soda is worth 4.5. I get 4.5 units of utility, 4.5 utils for $1 versus 3.75. I'm going to keep buying sodas here. So I buy more soda. Like that. Now I've spent another $2. So let me add that. I'm at 4. I've spent $2 on the first soda, another $2 on the second one, so I'm at 4. So now, okay, I've got to decide now, am I going to buy a third soda or am I going to buy my first cookie? Well, the first soda, or the third soda, brings me 4 utils for every $1 I spend. This one, 3.7. I'm still going to buy another. I'm going to buy another soda. The 4 is bigger than the 3.75, and then I'm going to take. Okay, so now I bought 3 sodas at $2 a piece. So now I'm at $6. So now the choice is the 4th soda or the first cookie. The 4th soda brings me 3.5 units of utility for every $1. 3.75 for every $1 when I buy the cookie. So I'm going to buy the cookie now. All right. Now I got to remember, I bought 3 sodas at $6. Now I've got 4 more, so that gets me to a total of 10. And it's important. It may seem tedious to do this, but you got to do this for a little bit so that you get the habit right. All right. So now I got to. Should I buy 2 cookies, or should I buy the 4th soda? 3.5, 2.5. I'm going 3.5. Okay. And that's that's 2 more, so now I'm at $12. Okay, now the 5th cookie brings me 3 units of happiness for every dollar versus 2.5 for the second cookie. I'll take the 5th soda, and that puts me to 14. Again, you should be circling and adding these numbers to your chart as we go through. Now, we've got a situation. We've got $6 left to spend, right? We've got to get to 20. And so we've got 2.5 units of utility, utils, per dollar here. We've got 2.5 over here for the second cookie. They're the same. So what do? You're going to have to buy both of them. And this is also a point where if you get to a situation like this, you probably need to be able to afford both of them, or else you should, again, see red flags. So that's 16 when I buy this one. And if I got to buy this one, that's 4 more. What's 16 plus 4? None other than 20. Boom. So I spent my full 20. And that's how it should work out. So the fact that these were the same, I just had to buy both of them. Again, if you only have money for like one of them, then that's kind of a red flag. Now, if you only had $2 left, let's say you only had $16, you would be constrained by your budget. This would be the best thing for you to do, to buy the next soda. You can't afford the cookie, so you buy what you can buy, which is the soda. So maybe a situation like that. I think I've thrown a practice one at students like that before, but I haven't seen one like that on the test. Now, notice what's your total utility here. So 47, but you also got 2 cookies. So 47 and 25 gets you a total utility of, is that 67.72? Right? And that's going to be the biggest amount of utility that you can get. Any other combination that you can imagine won't come up with 72, all right, with $20. And if you think about the ones that I set up for us at the beginning, I said 8 sodas and 1 cookie. That would get us $20. 52 plus 15 gets us to 67, less than 72. All 5 cookies only gets us to 36. 4 cookies and 2 sodas spends our full 20. 34 and 21 gets me 55. Nothing does better than having 6 sodas and 4 cookies. All right. So, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll ask you on the question, imagine you had $26 or $30, and if it just change the scenario. Whoops, sorry about that. To change the scenario on you. And if they just change how many dollars you have, you just continue with your process, comparing your margin utility per dollar. Now, sometimes they also have they throw a trick at you and they'll say, all right, instead of sodas being $2, let's make them $1. And you got to be careful because that's going to change your marginal utility per dollar. You'd have to go back and recalculate these and then go through your process. What students will do is they'll forget to recalculate and they'll just use these marginal utilities per dollar and go down, and instead of saying, okay, $1, $2, $3, they'll just add up the new prices until using the old margin utilities per dollar. So you got to make sure that you recalculate if they change the price of your soda or your cookie or whatever. All right. Now, if you have questions, make sure you let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little practice problem here, a little multiple choice one. I want you to try this one on your own here, and then we'll get back together in the next video. Okay, try this question on your own. See if you can figure it out.